Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 411 Southeast 30th Place here in Portland. We're located down in the basement bathroom. Adjacent to it we have a backflow valve that appears to be 4-inch diameter ABS. We're going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We do have water currently running, and we'll zero out the foot counter at the base of the backflow valve there. And we do have water running. Line transitions immediately over to 4-inch cast iron. Okay, we've been going through a belly here for at least 10 feet or so now, and it's got a significant amount of water in it. It's not a tiny belly. We'll see how this looks when the lines drain out at the end, but you've got a fair amount of buildup. You can see my camera's picking up off the bottom of the pipe. But this belly here appears to be completely submerged. It looks like you've got 4 inches of standing water in the line. And not to say that it's going to cause a backup every day, but with that much standing water, regular old toilet paper can cause blockages, not just stuff that shouldn't be going down the sewer line, like paper towels and things of that nature. So that one I will recommend a repair on. I would highly recommend getting that one taken care of. I'm not a huge freak out person as far as bellies go until they're that significant. Yeah, that looks like you've got the whole line is completely full of water at any given time, which significantly restricts flow. And then we switch over to cast iron at the last second, just before hitting the main lateral connection here at 46 feet. So we're going to drain everything off while we go locate the terminus. All right, looks like I was able to get it's somewhat of a weak signal, but I picked up a locate out in the roadway here on Southeast 30th. We're going to pull back about 10 feet or so to the street edge and start marking it out from that point back to the beginning of the belly.
What do you? But you.
I just picked up the I'm having a hard time locating accurately here, but I'm picking the camera head up just prior to the street curb, kind of in the driveway area. This needs to be relocated. I think I've got interference coming off the power lines out there. That and the camera being submerged in water is not helping either. But the line needs to be relocated before doing any repairs. I'm getting about 4 foot 7 inches deep, about 1.5 feet prior to the street curb. But relocate to check that. At the main, I was getting somewhere around 5.5 feet, but every time I locate, whether it's in the street or at the curb, my locate is coming in very wonky and bouncy. It's not coming in strong. But I highly recommend a repair here from about 20 or 19 feet out to the end of homeowner responsibility, which is generally at the street curb. The other thing you've got going here is the belly persists into the roadway. And generally, to fix a belly, you have to fix the entirety of it, not just the first half of it. Otherwise, it often won't be corrected. So you may have to get the city involved here, or just simply take that repair all the way to the main lateral connection in order to attain proper slope and grade. Otherwise, what you end up with is a partially corrected belly, or you might get an inch of water out of it, but you're still going to have a belly. And I put another marking down here at the start of the belly. I've got the line coming up the driveway right now. I'm getting about 4 foot 6 inches here and about 4 foot 7 inches at the street edge. Again, those are for reference only. It needs to be relocated and double checked. Do not dig based off those markings right now until someone else double checks everything with another locator, just because the locate signal is coming in wonky. Anyhow, again, the belly persists into the roadway, so you're going to have to contact the city to see if the city is even going to help correct that belly issue there in the roadway. Otherwise, you will not be able to correct that belly hardly at all. Especially when it's fully submerged like that all the way up to the main. If you get a belly where you've got an inch of water out in the road versus 4 inches of water, it's a more correctable issue without fixing the stuff in the road. What you'd end up doing in that case would be shifting the belly and making it much more significant out further. In this circumstance, the line's bellied out as much as it can be, so you don't have much room there to regrade stuff unless you're fixing the line all the way up to the main lateral connection. But it's a belly I would really like to see repaired. The other thing you have going on here, it's not a massively significant thing. There's about a 1/4 inch lip here. The way that this fitting was put together, you've got about a 1/4 inch or so. It's probably not as much as a 1/2 inch, but somewhere between there. There's a lip that everything runs into right as it goes through the backflow valve. So anyway, I would like to see that corrected. The reason for that little offset there is not terribly significant relative to most sewer lines, but when you have a backflow valve directly in front of that spot, the backflow valve is going to absorb energy when the flap opens up. So you're slowing things down when stuff goes through a flapper. And then if everything is already slowing down, at least somewhat, and runs into a lip like that, it's a spot where a debris buildup could potentially form. I don't see much in the way of buildup there. That would mostly be an issue if someone's flushing larger items down the line. Folded toilet paper, it looks like stuff like that scooting through there without too much issue. But it's a simple correction. The whole line in this area where that's at is completely exposed. You can literally just reach in there and mess around with the line without doing any digging whatsoever. So aside from the little lip there, the cast iron goes up to around 19 feet, or basically up to 18 feet before the belly starts. Appears to be in reasonable condition. It's showing a little bit of wear in the flow line, but that pipe looks like it has quite a lot of life left in it. There's no buildup. It's functioning nicely up to about 18, 19 feet where the belly starts. Everything from 19 feet on is completely submerged with 4 inches of water. The line is bellied out as it can be. I highly recommend that be repaired to prevent blockages. Bellies do not guarantee a blockage is going to happen every day, but when you have a belly that significant, a blockage is going to happen at some point down the road. So I would certainly get it fixed and get a rescope done to check the work.